You don't have to be a millionaire to mod your Jeep Gladiator. There's a lot of things you can do to customize its appearance. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. And that's right, you don't have to be a millionaire to modify your Jeep Gladiator. There's a lot of little things, very inexpensive things, that you can do to customize the Gladiator to your liking. First of all, grab some paint. Let's take a look around here. I've done several things with paint on mine that I think has improved the way that it looks. First of all, depending on what type of bumper you have, tow hooks, very easy to paint. You can make them any color that you want, and I think it looks really nice. Secondly, the grill. Again, depending on what kind of grill you have, but I color match these. They were black. I just took these pieces off, got some paint, and spray painted them the same color as the rest of the Jeep. And I think it looks pretty good. Moving on, let's go take a quick look on the inside, and this is something very simple. Depending on what kind of floor mats you have, maybe what kind of sill guards you have, these are pretty easy to paint too. I just did these with a paint pen. Again, you can have them any color that you want. Make it your own, customize it. Let's move around to the back. Again, continuing with the theme of paint, check out the rear tow hooks. I customized those, made them green. I like the green on this truck. I also added that one. Another pretty inexpensive mod, tedious, but pretty cheap to do. Cost you less than $100 if you don't have the other tow hook and you want to add it. You just need the tow hook and the little cutout thing itself and a lot of patience. Moving around here to the side, of course, the little trail rated badge. I made this green as well. You know, it comes, depending on what model you have, it can be orange, red, or just pewter. But I wanted mine to be green. Again, I just popped it off and spray painted it, put some double-sided tape on, put it back on the truck, and it came out awesome. This is one of my, strangely, favorite mods on the whole truck. You know, forget about the tires and the wheels and the side steps and everything else. I think this is pretty cool. Next up, buy a board. You know, I've done this a couple of times in two different Jeeps, and as well as my mother's actually. But of course, I'm talking about the Gladi board. Again, you can see a theme here. Mine happens to be green, but this is just a simple 2x4 cut to length, and then I did add a decal, and that's it. The purpose of it, of course, not only to look pretty, but to keep stuff from rolling up to the back of the bed. Just a neat little mod, I think, and it really pops back here, particularly if you don't have a tonneau cover. Next up, buy an antenna. You know, the Gladiator comes with that ugly chrome whip antenna. You know, the thing that's about this tall. This looks awesome, I think. It's much more slim or streamlined, I guess. Just smaller. Still does the job, still have great reception in the truck. I think it looks a little bit tougher, a little bit meaner, and just adds to the outside appeal of the truck. Next up, black out something. Right here, I have these little covers over the door locks. They just pull off if I wanted to. It's only a little double-sided tape. That's it. So if I needed it, I could pop it off, have access to the key slot, and then put some more tape on it and put it back on. Very inexpensive. You can find stuff like this over on Etsy. Next up, remove a badge, remove a decal. You know, I had Gladiator over here on the side, didn't care for that. I know it's a Gladiator. I took it off just to give the truck a little bit more of a clean, smooth look. I did leave Jeep on there because, frankly, I like it. Moving around to the back, and this is something that a lot of dealerships will do. Take off that nasty dealership sticker. You probably have one on the back of your Gladiator right now. Why are you advertising for the dealer for free? Unless they're sending you a check every month, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Get it off of there. Other badges, if you don't like them, and it's all personal preference, you can pull those off too. Just make sure that they're not pinned. In other words, they don't have holes behind them to secure them onto the truck if you're not working with a Jeep Gladiator. Next up, get a sticker. Now, I'm not talking about stickers that you put on the paint. I'm not a huge fan of that unless they're magnetic. I do have a couple of magnetic badges on my Toyota Tacoma up there, but I don't like sticking adhesive to the paint itself. Now, what I'm talking about, add a sticker. I've got stickers on the back. In my case, they're advertising the channels. We've got Rob Motive JT over there on the left, and then of course the YouTube thing in the center. And then over on the right, we've got a little pub for my other channel, Rob Motive. But it's amazing what just a simple sticker can add to the truck. Now, I would suggest, if you're gonna do that, that you, like I said, either use a magnet, if you're gonna stick it somewhere on the side where it happens to be metal, or on the windows. And the reason I say that, windows are easy to get stickers off. Just a simple razor blade, they pull off. You can clean any leftover adhesive off with either a razor blade or alcohol, Goo Gone, whatever, and it's good as new. As long as you're not too aggressive with the razor blade or you're chipping at it with a screwdriver, you're not gonna damage the glass. I think it just adds a little something to the truck. I think it looks pretty cool. You'll notice I do have it over here on my Tundra as well, and of course up there on my Toyota Tacoma. But just a little bling, pretty simple, and again, doesn't cost much, and you can customize. Lastly, and this is the most expensive one, and that is window tint. You should be able to get the windows tinted, and all you need to do are just the front two windows. The back is already tinted. Also the back here, all of that is already tinted, so all you need to do is match the sides. And it's amazing to me what kind of impact that has. Makes any truck, particularly the Jeep Gladiator, look just a little bit more aggressive, a little bit meaner. Plus, it does have a useful purpose as well. Keeps the temperature down inside a little bit, keeps the glare of the sun out of your eyes, just makes the driving experience a bit more pleasant when you're running around in that bright sunshine. So those are just a few things that you can do to customize your own Jeep Gladiator. You don't have to be a millionaire to mod your own Gladiator. Obviously, there are other things that are more expensive. You can lift it. That costs, you name it, depends on what you're doing. You can put bigger wheels and tires. That shouldn't cost you really any more than about $2,500, unless you're going with something extreme. Again, that obviously is a more expensive mod, but it is something that you're going to have for quite a while and will give you, unless you're really mean or bad on the tires, years of service. So there is a benefit to doing that as far as longevity. Obviously, if you put a sticker on the back, depending on the environment that you're in, you're probably going to have to replace that sooner or later. But what's the sticker cost? Not very much. And you can change them out if you want to have a different look. Anyway, just wanted to run through a few things. You know, I've done a lot of inexpensive and more expensive things on all of my trucks. And I was thinking, you know, you really don't have to be, you know, cash loaded to do mods to things. There are a lot of things that you can do yourself. And that's another thing. Save money and do them yourself if you can. Make sure that you're capable, of course. Nothing's worse than getting into a mod, one of the more involved types, and screwing it up or not being able to complete the job. But assuming you can, save you a lot of money doing things by yourself. Leave a comment. Let me know. What am I missing? What other inexpensive or even free things are there that you can do with your Jeep Gladiator that you don't have to be a millionaire to put on? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma, and Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay frugal out there. Bye.